Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update on global economics and current affairs. World hits back at Trump tariffs. Last Friday, U.S. markets plummeted, dropping more than 5% in a single day, sending shockwaves through global investors. But that might just be the beginning. Countries are striking back. Canada has slapped tariffs on American-made cars. China has already imposed a hefty 34% tariff on U.S. imports. The European Union is weighing its response, and Germany is even considering repatriating its gold reserves from the U.S. A quote now echoing across finance circles: "If the gold is not in your possession, then it is not your gold." Meanwhile, France's prime minister has declared a freeze on further investment in the U.S. until Washington clarifies its stance, urging the EU to respond in a united voice to America's aggressive tariff moves.
Trust erosion or power play?
This brings us to a pressing question. Is the world losing trust in the U.S. as a reliable trade partner, or is the EU simply flexing its own economic muscle in response? Some experts argue that if countries go a step further, pulling their foreign exchange reserves from U.S. Treasury bonds, it could spell major trouble for the U.S. Recession warnings on the rise. The IMF has now warned of a potential global recession if these trade tensions continue unchecked. JP Morgan has raised its recession odds from 40% to 60%. Singapore's prime minister called the current trajectory very dangerous, marking a shift from globalization to protectionism, directly challenging the WTO's framework. Another important angle: is this a U.S. versus China showdown, with the rest of the world caught in the crossfire? The bigger picture: the U.S. Fiscal Balancing Act. Trump's underlying goal may be to fix the U.S.'s fiscal imbalance. The government collects about 17% of GDP in taxes, but spends nearly 24%, leaving a 7% fiscal deficit. To address this, Trump and Elon Musk are reportedly backing to cut federal jobs and aid programs, aiming to save $1 trillion. But this has triggered massive protests across the country, with 20,000 people hitting the streets, the largest demonstrations in years. Why the outrage? Because the private sector isn't ready to absorb so many displaced government workers, especially amid a trade war. Is the U.S. using all economic weapons at once? This raises the final critical question. Is the U.S. overplaying its hand, using all its economic tools at once in an aggressive overhaul, risking a global downturn in the process? With the deadline for new reciprocal U.S. tariffs on China set for April 9 and China's countermove planned for April 10, tensions are peaking. But there may still be hope. A U.S. trade advisor claims that over 50 countries have reached out to negotiate, so perhaps the door to diplomacy isn't fully shut yet. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on global economics, politics, and current affairs.